Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Forrest out in St. Louis. Hopefully, you're having an absolutely wonderful Monday. My Monday has been sort of laying around all day, and thank God I have my business on autopilot, which is very, very cool because that is affording me some real cool stuff. I actually had um, doing some work around the house yesterday, and I was a little bit out of tune. My back was a little bit out of whack, and mounted a TV up on the wall, and somewhere in between doing that and all the other stuff that I was doing yesterday, working around the house, I ended up just like jacking my back up. It was so sore today, I could barely move. So went over, got an adjustment first thing this morning, which really helped. It was still super sore. So slammed a bunch of Aleve and laid on an ice pack most of the day and just sort of chilled out. I'm feeling a little bit better here. My back, my lower back's still super sore, but I think I'm going to make it through it. Hopefully I'll get some rest tonight. I think I got to put another ice pack under it or something and make sure that I'm good to go. Anyway, so while I'm laying around today, and here's what's really really cool. Let's see, I had 10. Yep, I had actually activated 10 new um, points of revenue, and I'm going to call them that because one of the things, and I hate to say customers, because customers comes off as somebody you have to sell something, right? A point of revenue is a person that I say that's doing an activity because they're coded through me because I put myself between them and their money activity. It generates an income for me. So I call it a point of revenue. So I generated, rather than saying, oh, I got 11, 10 customers today, I actually generated or created 10 points of revenue. And I did that. I'm actually writing that down so I can remember it because it's actually pretty cool. It actually just came to me. Talked about it before, but I just need to write it down so it sticks. So 10 points of revenue created today. I believe yesterday I did like 18, and the day before I did something like 17. So all in all, I think I'm like 46 points of revenue in the last 2 days. As a matter of fact, let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40, 42, 4, yep, 46. So 46 points of revenue generated in the last 3 days. And basically what that means is I have 46 people out there in the planet that are coded to me because they clicked on a link, they followed a path, they watched a presentation, they enrolled, and they put in all their information. And now every time they go through one of my multiple streams of available income that I have, and I'm going to make some type of revenue from them. So it's points of revenue, and it's just something that literally just came to me. It makes, rather than saying have 10 customers gives the impression that you sold somebody something, they bought something, right? And I may have sold them on an idea or concept. But the cool thing about it is while I'm laying around today relaxing, I created 10 points of revenue. In other words, I have 10 people out there on the planet that have never met me other than, in fact, they went through a link, they saw some stuff, they put in their information, they fill out a form, and boom, now they're coded to me. So every time that they do a certain activity, it's going to generate me an income. What? Freaking awesome, right? So very, very cool concept there. So I wanted to talk about some things, and I think I just gave it away. One is my Instagram channel. Since I started doing, I took Chalene Johnson's training on how to build Instagram, right? And I basically started an Instagram channel from scratch because I didn't want to have any stuff because my primary Instagram channel is a hot mess, and I wanted to do something I could generate revenue from, and did that. So I've been working on that. So that's one point of area that's sitting out there, right? That somebody can go in there, and it's pretty cool that it's had an 883% increase in how it's growing, which is neat. And it's all set up. Like I talked about the last couple of days, is being able to have that website link out there that people drive to when they see a post. They can click on the link, they can go in and they can watch the presentation. I've duplicated myself, right? I'm not the system is duplicatable. The system that I'm using, anybody can put together and make it duplicatable, so they can duplicate themselves and create a point of revenue if somebody goes through the system and decides to become a customer, right? So in generating that point of revenue, it's pretty exciting because I did that 10 times today. I've done it 46 times over the last 3 days, and by the end of this month, again with quite a few other ththings going on, my goal is to have over 500 points of revenue generated with some cool things going on. We've got some neat webinars coming up on the 8th, the 14th, the 21st, and the 28th. I'll start talking about those and posting those for those of you that love to save money. There's going to be some really cool workshops on how to save, and it's just about saving money. It's about you saving. It's not about a business opportunity. It's about you actually saving money on stuff that you spend money on. It's a really cool workshop, because the more money we can keep in our household, the more opportunities we have to do something else with, right? Maybe we can take that money and pay off a debt, pay off a bill, save for college, maybe even save enough money where it can bring the other person home from work. So you never know, right? Yeah, Horace, yeah, Shalene's the bomb. She's got the Insta Club Hub, which is a very, very cool deal. Recommend you guys go check that out. I think it just actually went up in price. So if you missed that last month, it's a very, very neat opportunity. So the three things that I do. One is I show up on social media every day. I'm always on social media somewhere. Right now, my focus is on Facebook and Instagrams, and I'm messing around with TikTok a little bit, but my primary focus is on for the marketing side is Facebook and Instagram. Now, from my cold prospecting side, from my direct prospecting side, that's LinkedIn, where I'm actually reaching out to people and saying, hey, dude, you want to look at my stuff? Now, here's the really cool thing about that. I'm doing it a little bit. It's probably like a 70-30 split. I'm doing 30% on Facebook and 70% on LinkedIn. The cool thing about that is the same thing there, is they can actually come back on LinkedIn after I send them a message, and I've switched it up a little bit. Now, this is a LinkedIn pro tip here. If you're prospecting on LinkedIn, you can use this typical script. What I like to say on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn moves slower, and I don't want them jumping through so many hoops, so I've reduced the hoop jumps that a prospect has to jump through. So when I reach out to them and say, hey, you want to check out my stuff? If you do, click the link in my bio, right? They can go click the link in my bio. They can go there, then they can watch a presentation. If they're interested, great. It's going to tell me that they are. If they're not a big deal. I'm going to move on. But it saves steps, right? It's saving me steps in doing that. And the cool thing about it is I can look in my lead bucket, and I'm getting 2 or 3 leads a day from people doing that exact activity. I'm putting the message out there. They're clicking on it, they're going in, and once they're in my lead list, guess what? As long as they put in a valid email address, they're going to get on my email autoresponder list that says, hey, I saw you looked at my stuff. Here's some more information. Here's some more information. Here's some more information. People have to see stuff usually 5 to 12 times before they make an educated decision, and hopefully from there they'll reach out. We'll actually get them engaged and become a teammate. However, again, that's all on autopilot. I'm duplicating myself to a certain extent. Now, of course, the cold prospecting part is me physically reaching out. The duplication side is I've got a presentation over here that's working for me that I don't have to stop and take time out of my day to do a presentation, right? All I've got to do is put the message in the inbox. If they take the action, then they can click on that. They can go to the link in my bio. They can watch the presentation, and then I can follow up based on the activity that happens inside that presentation, depending on what they click on. So very, very cool, almost super automated system together. So what we talk about, social media posts. Make sure you're on social media. That is a primary thing if you're going to generate leads in business online. It says 3 things I do to leverage my time. So one is I'm on social media. I'm doing Facebook Lives. I'm posting on Instagram. I'm prospecting in LinkedIn. So that's the one thing. It's the social media. Second is I've got a place to send them to, right? That's the second thing, is when they're out there prospecting, they need to be able to go look at my stuff. And it's not a company website. It's not the company website that you got as a network marketer. You send them there, you're just wasting your time, you're wasting your money. They're going to go there, they're going to look, they're not going to do anything. You need to send them to a lead capture page that's got some cool sales copy that if they're interested, right, if they're open to taking a look, I'll say that better. If they're open to taking a look at a way to earn some extra income online, they're going to put their email address in and they're going to go watch the presentation, right? So they need to have a lead capture page. And then the third part of that is you have to have a really high quality presentation that's going to compel people to walk through it. Now, will everybody be open? Will everybody have an interest once they start watching the presentation? No, because we're simply asking them if they're open to taking a look at our stuff. They're going to see this right now. If somebody says, what's Forrest up to? I can say, go click the link in my bio, and it's going to take them through a presentation of what I've got as in terms of an opportunity to possibly have me create a point of revenue because they decide to enroll in my opportunity either as a teammate and or as a customer, right? Somebody that's going to be a point of revenue for me. So it's completely up to them. I'm giving them the information to look at. It's up to them to decide how they want to move forward, right? So I love you. Jesus loves you. If you got some value, share your number 1 takeaway. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators, make an extreme impact, and help you crush it online. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.